It's week 6 of the National Football League, and it's presented by EA Sports. It's the reigning Super Bowl champs and the Pats, next on Madden Football.
From the area known as Patriot Place, EA Sports set for football at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. A moment ago, the pride of Massachusetts, the Patriots, introduced to this, as always, sold-out crowd as they get set to go head-to-head with their opponents. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Patriots team entering play. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game. So they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Londoners, they're off to a terrific start, unbeaten at 5-0 through the first month and change.
And you can hang a lot of this early success on their defense, too. They're the tone setters for these guys, and the entire team feeds off of what they do.
Set to go now in week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a look here at their go-to guy under center.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. The numbers a week ago for Shenault, comfortably up over 100 yards when cruising past that number, and 2 touchdowns.
How'd you like to be the D coordinator this week? He watched that game last week, and I know his first thought was, we have to find a way to take him out of the game plan. We cannot let him do that to us.
And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Back to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. So, Charles, you look at this offense. So what a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0, then lost 5 of 6 and went out in the first round. But I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a ball club.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll look to throw again. Over the middle, he's got Shenault. And he's taken down inside the 30. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not the desired outcome, but probably won't be the last time we see him take a shot downfield.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. Able to complete this to Shenault. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Etienne. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends. It's a quarterback sneak, and he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Black Knights drive it right down the field to score on their opening drive. Point after, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. So here come the Patriots to take over on offense. They're led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Mac Jones. They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. Sheds off the tackle. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
A handoff for Etienne. Despite the strong run, he'll be hit and dropped shy of the 45. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. He'll find Etienne out of the backfield. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Back to throw here. To Chenault on the slant. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Here's a give to Etienne. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Eluding the pressure right. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
Well, we've seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is touchdown. He's got it at the 2. Travis Etienne, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Black Knights add 6 to their lead. Extra point up and through, and that'll make the score 14-0. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. So back onto the field come the Pats for their 2nd drive. And they are a game under 500 now following the loss a week ago. And this is a team, Charles, that just has not been able to string victories together.
Yeah, they're certainly going the wrong way, aren't they? Because it looked like they had things pointing in the right direction, but now they've lost 2 straight. And that means this game is vital, extremely important, because if they fall 2 games below 500, the road back into playoff contention, awfully difficult.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and making sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
Throwing Jones. And this is going to be incomplete.
That certainly looks like nothing to show now from these first 2 possessions. And guess what? When you're on a losing streak, that can lead to a full sense of, here we go again. So on the sidelines, the offensive play callers, quarterback, they've got to get together and dial something up to start their next drive. Otherwise, it could be a long game.
1:58 left to play till we hit halftime.
Let's go.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Now a play fake here on 1st down. This is Fant. Oh, what a catch. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
That is one heck of a catch right there. Got his eye on it the whole way and able to make the grab one-handed. Very nicely done, and for a nice chunk of yardage, too.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. This is Chenault on the receiving end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And they'll run here with Etienne. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. On 2nd down, Etienne once more. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. It's their quarterback with touchdown number 3 here in this game and 17 now on the year. And the Black Knights are able to widen their advantage. The extra point up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it was finished off with a 10-yard touchdown scamper. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one will come out to the 25 as Pollard is going to elect not to return it. The Pats at the line ready to go. And with a 3 score him in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. Meanwhile, Jones' throw there complete to Sims. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. Second down and 3. Now Jones. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Back to throw again. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt, and this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. We'll get started out in Texas, NRG Stadium in Houston, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Kellen Mond, excellent in the victory, as his guys run their mark to 4-2 on the year. From there, it's off to Tampa to check on the Bucs at home, Raymond James Stadium. And at this point, they trail the visiting Atlanta Falcons. Andy Isabella, 100 yards receiving on the nose and a touchdown catch as well. Finally, let's get right to the center of the U.S. map and check in on the Chiefs at home in Kansas City. And they've got the lead over the visiting Denver Broncos. A couple of touchdowns there for Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats for our visitors in the first half. And their offense has been in top form so far, especially their passing game, as it's helped push them out to this big halftime lead. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, they did not have quite the same amount of success in the passing game that their counterparts did, as you get a look at the numbers there. Our two teams making their final preparations for the second half. And as they do, we send it back out to Foxborough, where we rejoin Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Patriots trailing here, but they will have the football first as the third quarter is underway. Pollard to return from the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. For the Patriots taking over to start quarter number 3. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. On second down, it's Pollard. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he finds Howard complete. He'll wind up getting just a yard. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
I think the training and practice broke down on that play because he simply didn't run the route deep enough to get to the first down marker, despite what was a really nice catch and toe tap on the sideline.
Yeah, that's third down 101. You got to go to the marker, know where it is. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
A 2nd and 10 now. Third quarter action from Foxborough. They'll run. It's Etienne. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. And quickly they get to the line. They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Now that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3-and-out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a first down.
They go play action here on first down. And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
The throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 25-yard line. Back to the ground with Etienne. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And now they're in the hurry-up. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down. This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4. And it's caught. Touchdown. Laviska Shenault with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Black Knights are able to extend their lead. Extra point safely through, and that makes the score 28-0. That time a 9-play drive. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Pollard to return from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go? And trying for Washington, but the pass intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. And right about now, you start to think, and maybe they're starting to think, gosh, maybe points aren't going to happen for us in this game.
Well, it's a thought that is worth having because so far in this game, this defense has not just had the upper hand. They've appeared to...
Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And it's picked up by the Patriots.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every... guy who plays this position no matter what, whether he's running it, in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Well, he had the fumble last week. Now here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got to be there, and he's got to understand how much time he has to take care of a play, and maybe his clock is off just a little bit.
Throwing on first down, Jones. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
To throw again on second down. Jones. Hunter Henry brings it in. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. New England on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Jones. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. Only 2 on the screen pass there, and it'll be 4th down. Now here's a timeout coming on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They run for it with Harris. Finds a seam inside the 40. And he'll be taken down at the 26. Remember, that was 4th and a full 2 yards. There's a big difference between that and 4th and maybe 6 inches or a yard.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because when it's that 6 inches, you just fall forward and you pick it up, right? You just go quarterback sneak. But having to move bodies, that means you actually have to execute because they know what you're going to do. How are you going to make the right play call and get everyone into the right spot and win at the line of scrimmage? That's what they did there.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look, and he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets them back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Come on, fellas.
They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and as a result, possession switches hands. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Now Etienne to start the drive. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. On 2nd down, Etienne once more. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy 1st down conversion. That'll be caught right side, Chenault with it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Here's Etienne. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down, but a nice little gain. On 2nd down, Etienne once more. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, little insult to injury here late in the game. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. And this one is right down Broadway. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for our visitors, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Indianapolis Colts.